All right. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Trying a new format here, so we'll get started here in just a moment. And welcome you to another edition of Terrible Towel Tuesday. All right, guys, so here we are, man. I just wanted to make sure we were live. Like I said, man, just want to try out a new format. Hopefully, things are working the way they're supposed to, or hopefully you're not getting any type of delay or anything like that. This is a new format, so hopefully it comes through the way I want it to. But welcome, guys, to another edition of Terrible Towel Tuesday. I am your host, like always, SimFBallCritic, and we're going to break this down. We're going to talk about the Steelers versus the Chiefs in Arrowhead, and let's get right into it, guys. So basically, what we'll talk about here first. This was a huge win by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Very huge win, a necessary win, but hey, like anything else, guys, I have to say this. It was a huge win. Yes, it was. But there's always a but. Here's the problem. Wasn't the prettiest win in the world. All right, so we're definitely going to talk about that. It was a huge win, but it absolutely was not the prettiest win in Steeler history, or, the best win, so to speak. So let's go ahead and dive into some of that. And again, guys, if you're seeing some delay, if it's not coming through the way it's supposed to, guys, please let me know of that. Trying out a new format, and you guys can let me know. But here it is. Let's talk about the good. Pittsburgh Steelers can run the football. Something that we all know about. The Steelers are able to run that football, man. Le'Veon Bell is definitely looking like the Le'Veon Bell that we want him to be. Undeniably, the Steelers are going to be a nice rushing offense, excuse me. You look at the defenses we face. We're able to run the ball against the Baltimore Ravens. Who would have thought that, okay? We're also able to run the ball against the Chiefs. Who would have thought that? But here we go. Got a lot of good defenses coming up. We got the Bengals next week, which I'll be at that game. I'm excited about that. And we got some other teams, man, we got to deal with. We definitely got to defend the run. You see Tennessee, what they did last night, even though I forget the guy's first name. Derrick Henry was able to get that long run at the end. We definitely got to watch out for that. But we still have some teams that we got to face that defensively are not that bad. We got Detroit after the Bengals. So we're going to have to keep pushing the issue running the football. That's the good thing. Here's the bad thing in terms of the offense. I'm still not seeing what I would expect to see from the offense from a passing standpoint. Now, I know you can't have your cake and eat it too, so to speak. I understand that. But here's my issue with it, guys. There's going to be a time where maybe the run slows down. Maybe we're unable to run the ball. We're going to have to put the ball in the air. Now, we did move the ball against the Chiefs. We did. But here was the biggest issue with the offense. Third down conversions. Third down conversions. If I'm not mistaken, I have to look at the stats, but I think we were 3 out of 13. That's not going to get it done. That's not going to get it done. So the biggest problem wasn't Ben Roethlisberger, so to speak, this week. The biggest issue wasn't that the Steelers couldn't move the ball, so to speak. The biggest issue was third down conversion. I'm sitting there watching the game with my father-in-law, and I'm telling him, I'm like, hey, man, it's the third downs, because he was saying, the offense is not doing good. And I'm like, you can't say that. The run game is on fire. We were moving the ball up and down the field, no doubt about it. What killed the Steelers in terms of offensive production were the third downs. Killed us. Third downs killed us. We have to improve that. And I also have to still look at Ben Roethlisberger. Ben made some throws, missed some throws. Okay? He made some good decisions, left a couple out there on the field. The throw to Antonio Brown, let's all not act like that was a great play. It was an amazing play by Antonio Brown. But if you look at the replay and you look at the coverage that they were running, it was single high. We got what we wanted, man coverage. We looked like we might have been able to get Le'Veon Bell running a quick slant on the linebacker, possibly. I understand why Ben goes to Antonio. I'm not mad at that, but look at that throw. Ben Roethlisberger even said himself, hey, that's supposed to be more back shoulder. He threw it a little more inside. This kid gains, drops it, hits him in the helmet. And good Lord, Antonio Brown with the concentration, not only to get the tip, but to also avoid the safety that should have knocked the ball out. Sometimes you got to get a little bit of luck. Sometimes you got to get a little bit of the luck. You guys said the title is wrong. What does it say in the title? Oh, okay, I see it. Steelers winning wild with. My bad. I do see I put the title wrong there. My bad, guys. I'll correct that. Appreciate you looking out for me, Trent. Appreciate that. But yeah, we got to look at these things, man, because as we continue on this journey, like Coach Tomlin likes to say, it's going to get tough, man. It's going to get tough, and we're going to need to convert these types of third downs and these type of throws, and that was luck. They get an interception right there. What happens? How does the game finish? We don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So we have got to convert on third down. There were way too many 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 3, and we're unable to convert. Let me speak on the Le'Veon Bell situation, because there were some people giving him crap about not picking up that 3rd down. It was like 3rd and 9. Ben dumped it off to him, and he made a juke move. Now, I get it. I definitely get the Le'Veon Bell, put your head down and get the first down. I understand that. But I can't knock him for that. We all love when Le'Veon Bell does that quick hesitation juke and the defender goes flying. We've grown to love him for that. That's his go-to move. So I'm not mad at him for doing that right there. He's thinking it's one-on-one, I'm going to beat this guy. I'm not mad at his thought process. Would I like to see him put his head down? Yes. Know where the sticks are. I get it. But I can't be mad at what he did, because that's what he does. We all know that slow, fast juke he does. I call it slow, fast because it looks like it's so, and then boom. You know what I mean? We all love him for that. So I can't beat him up about that. But I would have loved to have seen him pick up that first down. That's one of the things you look at on tape. Hey, if you know you that close, put your head down. You a big boy, run him over. Put your head down and fall into the first down. Got to make that. I'm definitely going to talk about Burns here in a minute, guys, when I get to the defense. Outside of that, man, Todd Haley called a great game, guys. I gotta give Todd Haley a little bit of credit. Him, along with Ben Roethlisberger, along with Munchak, that I heard from Ben say, a lot of times they collaborate. They called a great game. They were mixing it up, and then once they realized that counter was going to work, they kept going to it. I'm not mad in those situations. I only get upset with Todd Haley when he's very predictable. Now, it's okay to be predictable when what you're doing is working. But y'all know what I'm saying. Sometimes Todd Haley will just stick into what he wants to do when it's not working, pounding his head up against the wall. Those are the situations I hate. You know what I mean? See, one of you guys says red zone efficiency have to get better. It does. It definitely does. I think we were only in the red zone 2 times, I think, in that game, if I'm not mistaken. I think we went one for one. We got in one time. Next time we didn't. But I absolutely agree with that, Jesse Williams. We definitely have to get in better with that red zone. We got to be more efficient with the red zone offense. That's about all I have, guys, as far as offensively. Let me take a look at my notes. Because I said what I'm going to start doing here, guys, is recapping the game, just in general. Then I'll go over my notes because I've been noting the drives. So then we'll go to defense. So got a little bit more time. I got to be done, guys, by 2 p.m. Eastern. So we're at about 17 minutes. So I'm going to try to get through this. The first drive, man, there was a communication issue, and we had to call a timeout on 3rd and 1. I did not like that. Drive started off very well, but then Big Al, along with Le'Veon Bell, chipping the block. We give up a sack, killed that drive. On the second drive, there was an overthrow to James and McDonald by Roethlisberger. We ran the ball on 3rd and 9 and picked it up. That was great to see. Steelers was definitely punishing Kansas City in the run game. I notated that. We ended that drive, I believe, with a touchdown. Like the 20-yard slant to Martavis Bryant. That was pretty good. There was a fourth drive. There was a play action from the 1 to Vance McDonald. That was a nice call right there. Nice throw by Ben. So I got to give him credit on that to McDonald. And then we had to settle for a field goal there. Second half, the 5th drive, Bell has a 15-yard run on the first down. but then Bell was unable to convert that third down. That's the play I just talked about. On the 6th drive, Ben hits AB down the seam under pressure. Bell had an amazing run. Remember, oh my God, that run he had that got called back, B.J. Finney was holding. That run was retarded by Le'Veon Bell. Just, that dude is just crazy. He's sick with it. And what else I got here? I have another one. I said, okay, under 4 minutes. I notated the pass to Antonio Brown. He clearly saves the day by Ben Roethlisberger. So that's pretty much all I got on the offense, man. We still are not firing on all cylinders, so to speak. But it looks like it might be trending up. As long as we're trending up, I'm cool. If we're able to win these type of games with a struggling offense all around, you can't be disappointed about that. You just hope it gets better. I need to see more out of Ben and the passing game at times. And once again, third down conversions. Third down conversions was really what was hurting the Steelers in this particular game. Now let's talk about the defense. Man, the defense balled out. Point blank, period. The defense balled out. We held Kansas City to 6 yards in the first half. 6 yards. 6. Not 60. 6. 6 yards and 1 first down. That is phenomenal. I told my boy Tony, man, I almost shed a tear watching that game. That was phenomenal. Those boys was playing their behinds off. Everybody was contributing. 11 guys at the ball, conversion to the ball. We played excellent defense through 3 quarters. Now let's get to the 4th quarter. Still some communication issues, man. Still a couple of relapses mentally. Let's talk about Artie Burns. I love what Artie Burns is doing so far this season. In the first half, you saw Artie Burns make some great plays. He had 2 pass breakups, if I'm not mistaken. Played very disciplined. Second half, 4th quarter, primarily, I don't know. There was one play down the sideline. What was Artie Burns doing? Caught looking in the backfield. And see, I will say this. He is a second-year player. We have to still understand that. He's still getting his footing going. Remember, he even came out of college early. We got him a year early. I'm not excusing him, but I understand. People make mistakes. It's the NFL. Every game we watch, when you see the game, on Sunday, you see the game last night, there's always mistakes. But these are the discipline things he has to get under control. Now, there was another pass play where, if you notice, there was one that they converted, or it might have been the one that they missed the guy in the end zone, because there was a play, Alex Smith had a man wide open. Thank God Mike Hilton was blitzing, and it forced that ball out of there. Dude wide open, and nobody's there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it was that play where you saw immediately Artie Burns was pointing to Mike Mitchell saying, no, you're supposed to be back there. You saw that during the play. He's communicating. So I won't put it all on Artie, but there were a couple plays where we clearly saw Artie Burns was giving it up. But there were plays early in the game where he played great. So that kind of stuff, man, you got to be on your discipline. We have to get that under control. Joe Hayden played well. Joe Hayden had a pass breakup as well. The linebackers played well. Sean Davis, key play in the end zone. And Metakevich was in on that. Key play in the end zone to get that ball out of Harris's mitts, because that could have been a touchdown right there. And again, the way the Steelers were moving the ball, were you confident enough that we would get in the end zone had they scored? I don't know. We were moving the ball, but we couldn't seem to convert third downs, and we couldn't seem to get down into the red zone. So that could have changed the tide of the game. But defensively, man, you have to credit those boys. In the first half, they did their thing. What happened in the second half? Again, some mental lapses. But I'm not going to be overly critical because, you look at Twitter during the game, you would think the Steelers played awful. First half, people celebrating the defense. Second half, they're saying how bad our defense is. And I'm like, no, you have to look at replays, go back and look and see what happened. Clearly, there was some communication issues late in the game. And clearly, at least one of those plays, Artie Burns got caught looking in the backfield, lets his man run right past him, doesn't use the sideline as leverage. That's technique stuff that you got to fix. You understand? That's discipline and technique. I think Artie will be all right. I think Artie is playing a lot better this year. He's played fairly well this season. He's given up some things. It happens. I think he'll be okay. But defensively as a whole, man, I think we're clicking. I think once we get that back end really playing consistently, we're going to be okay. And then we can continue to contain the run. I mean, look what we did to Kareem Hunt and the rest of those guys. 28 yards. And I think 13 of those yards was a run by Alex Smith. We did a phenomenal job defensively. We did give up some stuff at the end, I will admit that. But then again, that's where it comes back to your offense. Your offense has to produce more points. Think about this. We scored 19 points, right? Think about some of those third down conversions. 3 out of 13. Imagine if we converted, I'll even be modest and say 7 out of 13. Do we get a few more field goals? Do we possibly get a touchdown? It's possible. Add 7 more points to that. What's that? 26. See what I'm saying? It's almost 30. They just got to convert. They have to convert their third downs. And we'll be all right. But again, Roethlisberger has to play a little better. He was better this week, but there was still some rough moments. The pass to Antonio Brown, I would say once again, a little bit of luck there. The ball didn't get placed where it needed to be, and he had some overthrows in the game as well. So we'll see, man. But top to bottom, man, the defense is balling out. Got a few minutes left here, guys. Let me see what you guys have to say here in the chat. I want to answer you guys a little bit before I get out of here. I got about 5 minutes. Let's see. JJ Walker says it's going to get tough, but their defense is playing. We have the defense to win a Super Bowl. You know what? I think the Steelers have the pieces to win a Super Bowl title. Are we going to do it? I don't know. I haven't seen the consistency with both sides of the ball yet to be confident with that. And red zone efficiency has to get better. Yep, I addressed that earlier. Mike Mitchell also lets up big plays. Yeah, that's Mike Mitchell, man. I don't know what we do about that. I mean, clearly it looks like Mitchell is going to get the start over Wilcox. But yeah, Mike Mitchell, man, he's always, in my opinion, he seems to be a liability on the pass, and we're going to have to address that at some point. I like Mike Mitchell, what he brings to the table, but in coverage, it's tough. Sometimes he's halfway decent and other times he gives up huge plays down the middle. It was a blown coverage in the red zone by Artie Burns, and that touchdown by Anthony Thomas was the play where Alex Smith bought some time and made a big play. Yep. Real Facts, what's up, brother? He says he finally caught one of my live streams. Appreciate that. Appreciate you coming through. Let's see what else you guys are saying. That kid with the afro, I like that name. He says, honestly, my opinion on the offense is that Ben is not spreading the ball around. Couple plays I saw where other receivers were wide open or the tight end was open. But it seems Brown is the first and second and third read. Absolutely agree with that, my man. You are absolutely right. Ben has to continue to spread the ball. He did it a little bit in that game, but he still reverted back to Antonio Brown, and we just can't afford to do that. However, I will say this. They said that coverage was being rotated to Martavis Bryant mostly in that game, which is interesting. But that still doesn't negate the fact what you just said. There's other guys that were open on checkdowns and things like that. Ben has to become more, it's crazy saying this in his 14th year, but he has to utilize every weapon. Don't just lock in. Even if you see that's the best read, don't always lock in on that. Because like I said, even on that play where Antonio Brown makes the catch, even if you throw on that back shoulder, that's still covered pretty well. Somebody else might have been open. Real Fact says, I like the offensive formula with running the ball and Bell and playing strong defense. I would have liked to see them score just one more time to put pressure on the Chiefs, but got the dub. Yeah, exactly, man. And, I'm not asking for astronomical numbers. I mean, I know we all, they say they shoot for 30, but think about it. One more touchdown. That's 26. Convert them third downs, man. Oh, almost forgot, y'all. Let me talk about that. Martavis Bryant. I appreciate you guys for reminding me of that while I got these last few minutes. Man, apparently the rumor is a rumor. you hear Martavis Bryant come out and say he's happy to be a Steeler, which obviously I doubt he would just say that he doesn't want to be there. So some of that is PC. His girlfriend was spazzing out on Twitter. But I'm sure his agent contacted Ian Rappaport. I mean, who knows what the talk was. Supposedly it was a few weeks or so ago. Who knows? You heard Coach Tomlin today. Maybe some of you didn't, but go to Steelers.com, man. You can listen to his press conference from the day. If it's not up yet, just give it some time. Later in the day, it should be up. He says he doesn't know where it comes from. He doesn't, they have a good relationship. He's happy to be there. SteelersDepot.com. Shout outs to Alex Kazur and Dave on the Terrible Podcast. Those guys said one of the things that caught my eye as well. Ben said this as well. You see what he's doing on the field, even, huge blocks in the run game. Doesn't look like on the field he's the type of guy that's not happy. So I don't know if that's real or not. I will say this. He ain't going nowhere. He's under contract this year and next. No way the Steelers are going to trade him. What are they going to get for him? At this point of the season, I don't think you do a player-for-player type situation. What are they going to get in return? So whether he wants to be traded or not, I don't think Kevin Colbert and those guys make a move to trade Martavis Bryant. I just don't see it. So as of now, I'm going to call it water under the bridge. We'll see. But, whether it's true or not, I don't think a trade is going to happen. So him talking about it means absolutely nothing. And let's just say he does mean that later on in the season he becomes a distraction. Guess what? The Steelers sit him down. Just that simple. So I don't think there's much to really be worrying about. Let's see. What else? Burns and Mitchell let up too many big plays, and it's just me, or does Bud Dupree always get to the quarterback too late? Here's the thing. I don't think Artie Burns gives up too many plays. Mitchell, yeah. But again, look at the plays that Burns made in the game. Burns is a second-year corner. A raw talent. He's going to get better. As far as Bud Dupree getting to the quarterback too late, here's the thing, man. A lot of fans in general, when you watch your team, you're expecting a sack every time. You got to give some credit to the offensive lineman. The Steelers were getting a lot of pressure. Maybe they were doing things to try to take Bud Dupree away, because TJ Watt didn't get there that many times either, but they were effective. Stephon Tuitt was effective. Cam Hayward was effective. They were getting pressure all the time. Bud Dupree had moments in that game where he was effective in making Alex Smith get rid of the ball. So it all boils down to perception, how you're viewing it. I don't see it that way, but I guess I see what you're trying to say, man. But sometimes you got to account for the quarterback getting rid of the ball and buying time, and it's hard to say if a guy's getting there late. I mean, for that matter, you can say on every play somebody's getting there late when it's not a sack. All right, so I think that's about it, guys. I got to get out of here. Yeah, I will comment on this last thing. Yeah, and Ian Rappaport, like I said, his agent probably called him. You know how that works. But I will comment on the last thing my man said here, and then I got to go. Artie Burns was looking in the backfield. I mean, even Tony Romo told us that during the game. It was a mistake. That's all it is. I don't think Artie Burns is a bad cornerback. I think Artie Burns is going to be good. We're seeing his improvement right before our eyes. Is he going to give up some plays? Sure. But I don't know. So there you have it, guys. I got to go. I have exactly 2 minutes to get myself back into work. Got to get out of here, man. I appreciate you guys watching this live. I'll continue to do this so long as I'm here on Tuesdays. When I have to go to the office on Tuesdays, you get the pre-recorded version. So there you have it. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed, man. We'll be watching this week to see what we do against the Bengals. I'll be at the game, so I'm excited. And hopefully we get another win. This is a great opportunity to go ahead and go 5-2, possibly go 6-2. If we go to Detroit, that would be great going into the bye at 6-2. Love that, especially since traditionally Tomlin's teams have gotten better in the second half. So a lot to look forward to, but let's keep our eyes very closely on this game against the Bengals. Because, traditionally, this is one of those games that the Steelers are mess around and drop. So we'll see what happens. And look out for the pregame, guys. I'll be doing that this Friday as well to give you my keys to victory. All right, I got to go, man. I appreciate you guys coming through. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe and share the video. All right, see you guys next time. Peace.